Games will be going up onto YouTube so that you can check them out afterwards. Feel free to also clip them. Clips I love to post on Twitter and kind of shout out both the people that are in the clips as well as who was the one who clipped it. So if you're a Twitter master, clipping is the job for you. And we'll wait around in chat, see if there's any good names. Team E Turner. Team Faker 2019. Yeah, the whole team could be Faker at this point. E Turner sounds cool. I don't know if E Turner is something special or something terrible, but I'm gonna hope that it's just, you know, a cool name. All right, so our teams are Team CCC versus Team E Turner. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 1. I'm Jake Kelton. This is Wraith. He's totally awesome and exhausted from crazy amounts of school, but he's still here, and that's what makes him an absolute boss. Showing him all the love. We got some bans, just standard bans against Seal, Renekton, Rengar, and then there's probably going to be a Darius ban against him as well, since if he kind of goes in this order. If he doesn't get Darius, he will take Renekton in the top lane. If he doesn't get Renekton, he'll take Rengar top lane or jungle these days. He actually plays Rengar a bit in the jungle, so he is racking up bans against him. Maybe something that Intra could learn.
All right, so bans, yep, you predicted most of the bans. There has not been a Darius banned out, and if Intra wants to, he could pick up and then trade to Seal, and they could have a free win.
On the other side, E Turner is going to be grabbing themselves the Sejuani, Ahri, and Thresh bans. Not too much specific besides that Thresh, I suppose, against Cody J, as he does look to be going for the Rakan instead. I don't think anyone else one-tricks the Sejuani, but she's actually one of those that I haven't seen played much, but I feel like with the new runes could be extremely strong. And I wonder if she's going to come back into the meta a bit more, even though there's a lot of arguments as to whether tanks are the real thing, especially when Dark Harvest gets nerfed next patch.
Yeah, Dark Harvest has already been hotfixed.
Oh, they did hotfix it?
Oh yeah, they cut its scaling, or not scaling. They cut the amount of damage per stack you get. So it's not okay. It's still busted, but yeah. it's less busted than it was, guys.
And it's gonna probably get nerfed again. That shows you just how much busted it was. We may see it now. Ooh, okay, very quickly. You probably did not see this, Wraith, but there is a Korean who figured out something that might get hotfixed about Alistar. A new combo that will stun somebody for 0.5 seconds longer than his previous headbutt knock-up combo. This one, you actually start your trample, headbutt, but just as you get the headbutt, you hit recall. And what it does is it cancels the full headbutt animation, cancels them being knocked backwards, but they still get knocked up. Then as they come down, you knock them up a second time, wait for them to come down, and then stun them. It's a really weird fast key combination with recall that basically cancels the animation for both of you and just knocks them in the air with the headbutt knockup before your pound, which actually knocks them up. It's very, very strange. I don't think Cosmic Zaya is going to try to pull it off, but I'd be impressed if she did.
Yeah, that would be pretty neat. I'm trying to figure out exactly how that works, though, because I guess recall does technically count as an animation cancel, but it's so slow.
Well, so here's the
thing.
I
mean, your timing would have to be perfect on that.
It's in the Discord. If you want to check the Discord media, that'll show you the actual process of somebody, the Korean, who kind of figured this out. But very, very, very few people it works on, and most that it has worked on previously, Riot has patched to make sure that it doesn't, including you could actually have a specific system with Riven, in which, because she has so many animations, and especially some of the longer animations like her dash, you could kind of hotkey a recall to cancel certain animations and make the whole combo a lot faster. And Riot hotfixed that, And then there was somebody else that also used a recall to cancel an animation. They hotfixed that as well, because Riot was like, recall's only supposed to be for backing. Stop using it for attacking. So we'll see if they hotfix the Alistar. I wouldn't be surprised if something about that came out fairly sure. Did they fix the Mord bug? I'm not sure, Foul Jester. What Mordekaiser bug are you talking about?
Yes, what Mordekaiser? Like, not enough people play Mordekaiser in order for anybody to care about a Mordekaiser bug. Sorry.
And of course, the Korean found this out. Of course, Commander C. Would anyone else? I mean, obviously, if you tape your eyes back, you become 10 times better at the game. Trust me. No, that's terrible comment. Brittany, thank you for using the stream pass for game number 2. We gotta talk about this game. Arcane Vixen grabbing the Maokai. Well, we don't have to go through all the specifics.
I still want to know the Mord bug.
Infinite Shields?
Wait.
Infinite Shields?
Huh. Well, that seems busted.
Is it 5-man team games, or can you just join the audience? Ice, it is just audience participation tonight. The 5-man team games are this Thursday, which, small announcement, guys. If you're interested in playing in, basically they're like mini scrims where you're just playing one team, we are going to be doing team games this coming Thursday. So make sure that you get yourself a group of 5. It should, hopefully, only be team games, and so put yourself together a team of 5 people. You can try to get the most OP team, or just grab a bunch of friends. If you want to make them from the XLNC Discord, feel free to. If you want to grab other friends, feel free to do that as well. Doesn't matter, but we're going to be trying to use full 5-man teams, and on the Discord, there is a page where you can actually sign up. It's called the Stream Team Night, and fill out what all the players are, their ranks and everything, so that way we can make sure that you're playing a team that is close to your level, because what sucks is when a full diamond team is playing against silvers. It's just kind of rough. But going through these teams, CCC, we got Cody J with her con support, swings both ways on the Maokai in the top lane, Catinator on the Ezreal in the mid lane, Arcane Vixen taking the Xayah bottom lane carry role, and not feeling so ooh-woo with the Xin Zhao in the jungle.
And for Team E-Turner, we've got Intra on Victor in the mid lane. We've got Cosmic Zion, Alistair in the bottom lane supportive role. Rayleigh showing out on Camille in the jungle. The Seal taking Yasuo top lane. And Raffle on Vayne in the bottom lane ADC role.
All right, and to answer a couple quick questions, Commander C, Institute of War is going to be the last game of the night. If we have enough people interested, we'd love to do a Demacia versus Noxus game. And then Evis City, how many spots are left? Are you talking about Thursday, or are you talking about tonight? That's the question. Wait, are you telling me I can get my Masters team back together and play some people? Reeves, yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, this game in particular, I've only spent a little bit of time in analyzing CCC, mostly because they've got a pretty squishy team, but insane amounts of engage with the Maokai, Snare, Xin Zhao dashing in, Rakan using the quickness to be able to taunt people as well as get that knock up on them, which if they stay aggressive could win out certain skirmishes just because they make that first initial move and don't give E-Turner the time to respond. But when you've got an Alistar, a Victor, and some really hypermobile champions of Camille, Yasuo, Vayne, I'm not sure that E-Turner is going to give them the opportunity to make that first move.
Okay, I'm looking at the compositions at the moment. The Ezreal actually, for the first time in like 6 patches, is in one of the commanding win rate positions for ADC. I think he's 4th right now in win rate percentages, and though it is an Ezreal mid, and the burst combo of AP Ezreal right now since the W change is actually obscene, and with them giving his ultimate that it no longer cuts its damage by 15% as it moves through minions, that's actually just an incredible buff for Ezreal in general, but AP Ezreal, it gives him so much more reliability, and it's a pretty substantial full team nuke. I'm very interested to see how Ez progresses in this game, just personally, because I've wanted to see an AP Ez pop off for a while. Let me see. I like that swings both ways on Maokai, providing that really solid tanky front line. going to be able to out-tank Cosmic Zaya in the late game, assuming he doesn't get dumpstered by Seal, which is completely a possibility. I mean, that's kind of what Seal does. But if he survives into the late game, I definitely like their prospects with the double ADC, even though it's burst Ezreal instead of sustained damage Ezreal, and of course Zaya Rakan, one of those combinations that's just absolutely OP in the bottom lane. Wait. Okay, no, it's not in order. Never mind.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it, and that's what happens when you're in the loading screen. Sometimes they'll shift the Zaya and Rakan around to make sure that they're next to each other, even though it kind of looks like Ezreal's going to shoot Zaya in the back, a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's all right. Ezreal can be a little jealous. That's a new splash.
I was thinking...
Go ahead.
No, what I was looking at was, you know how they always lay out the tiles, who's going where, you got support on the far right, and so on and so forth.
Right.
It was looking like Yasuo was ADC. I was like, wait, is Seal going bot lane Yasuo?
Do we have the Alistar in the jungle? No.
With Ignite.
I do wonder, though, if there is some room for some champions to kind of get moved around a little bit. Things like an Alistar in the jungle. It would change the game up a little bit, and I think could be interesting. It is the preseason, guys. It's the time to try something fun and new. Team CCC versus Team E Turner for the first game of the night. Excited to see what these guys can bring to the table. And it probably is, as per usual, going to be a Victor in the mid lane for the side of red, even though he's top side more often for blue. With the new changes, though, talk a little bit, as we always usually have a little bit of a slow time at the beginning of the game, unless Alistar decides to make an engage on the 4 members of CCC hanging out in the pixel brush, but he pings it, so they know there's danger and back away. What are your thoughts on the shielded towers? Because that is like the main topic of conversation.
I actually love it. The biggest problem with the game in the last season was the speed of it.
We're going into action early. Just forcing a quick flash on Alistar. He's fine. Okay, go ahead. I just wanted to be safe. I didn't think anything would happen, but just in case something happened, I wanted to check. Go ahead. Yeah,
the biggest problem with it has been the speed of the early game. Basically, it's turned into one enormous snowball fest, as whoever gets first blood, or really whoever's jungler in mid lane roams bot first and takes the tower, just wins. Because then you have these 2 displaced champions who are trying to farm bot lane, but then they end up roaming to mid lane, stealing experience, setting their mid laner far behind, because they're like the bot lane that has been in the commanding position all game has gone mid to take the tower. So then the bot lane that's behind rotates mid and then tries to take CS. So you end up with a bot lane that's still behind, but not as far behind. But now your mid laner's behind.
There's the level 2 gank from Rayleigh, but actually he hops backwards, only forcing the flash out of the Ezreal. So quick response, but not going to be the best response. In the bottom lane, Cody J, little bit of anti-engage on the Alistar, but I think they lose out overall in the health trade, because that's a lot of good poke that Vayne was able to get off.
Yeah, and Alistar's heal is a lot more reliable than Rakan's, so they will sustain back up. But as we were saying about the whole thing about turrets, I was actually, after playing it, hold on, Seal might be getting that level 2 kill here. He does hit the knockup now, but he's probably going to go back in on this once he gets the tornado back up. Anyway, but these...
Ooh, wait, Catnator goes over the wall, finds Rayleigh, who's trying to steal his blue buff, flashes away. So the Camille is able to live, and a nice hook shot gets her back over the wall. Okay, she does have to burn the flash, however, was able to steal Xin Zhao's blue buff, and he's going to try to respond in turn by stealing away Camille's blue buff, but it might be a little bit late. I think he actually got it. Yeah, he did. Okay.
Yeah. I was going to say, he can't really afford to contest this. Hold on. There are 3 on this side, and this is...
Yeah, Alistar's got a nice knockup straight into the Condemned. Ooh, the flash! Wait, Rakan's got a 3-man knockup!
3.
No way, Ignite taking away. Ruffle maybe going down. First blood to the Rakan. Cody J trying to get a little bit of extra damage onto Cosmic Xayah. The Alistar running away towards the mid lane. Victor trying to do what he can just to clear some minions underneath the turret, which means this Alistar is going to get blast coming straight into the rest of the team. Knows there's no escape, especially with Katnir coming around the corner. And that is 2 quick kills to the side of CCC.
Yeah, wow. Wow. Cody J, absolute monster right there. The flash double knockup to secure the kill onto Vayne first with the Ignite. Just basically a solo kill, following up on that damage coming through from the jungler. And then chasing down a second kill. Camille not having the flash meant that she couldn't secure the kill onto the Xin Zhao. So, all in all, a very positive trade for blue side. Meanwhile, in the top lane, you do have Maokai taking the worst end of trades with Seal. We'll see how strong the Seal ends up getting this game, or will the Maokai be able to keep himself healthy and alive and not feed over too many kills?
Yeah, it's a Maokai. He is going to be able to heal a bit with that passive, but the thing to keep in mind on him is that you can run out of mana fairly quickly, and you can see he's out of mana, which is going to make it a little more difficult to actually trade damage onto the Yasuo. So even if you heal up, Yasuo is still going to get some pretty good burst on you over time. Cat Knitter jumping out of the way of Victor's laser in the mid lane. The thing I wanted to note in that fight in that river was not feeling so using the dash of the Xin Zhao and then flashing. A really calm response in a bad situation. As Katnir's in a bad situation, just gets burned down. Intra finds him with the laser. I wasn't sure if the burst damage was going to be there, but Intra makes me bite my tongue because they do indeed have it. So they get 1 kill back in that mid lane. And Victor's already got a nice CS lead there as well.
Yeah, Rayleigh, very good gank pathing there. He realized he had blown flash early, and hold on, there's a small fight in the river right now.
A little bit of skirmish. We'll see if the Rakan decides to re-engage. Victor's going to find a little bit of a slow. Alistar gets Xayah. She's been caught out. I don't think she can escape from this. She flashes over the wall. That is a hard wall to flash. You see Cosmic Xayah just flash into the wall itself. That shows you how difficult it is. I've tried flashing there many a time, but Vixen pulls it off and is able to escape.
Yeah, definitely good for her, as she did get pinned against the wall.
What?
Right?
We got the Xin Zhao maybe inching at this point as he goes in underneath 3. Vayne able to pick up her first kill of the game. Cody J is going to take a little bit of harassment as he leaves trying to save his jungler. One of those times as a support, you just say, bye. I'm going to go back to base.
It's one of those, that's interesting.
I'll just watch you int and then walk away because there's no reason for me to chase this one down.
I can't save you. Not sure. Not sure about that. Not sure how to analyze that particular mode of play right there. But anyway, going all the way back, turret plating. I love the idea because you can still get an advantage early game from the turret plates. You knock down turret plates, you get some gold. But it's not just 5-man bot and then push down the tower and then everything is team fighting from there. As an ADC, now ADCs do still feel like garbage to play in this season because of who's strong right now. But all in all, I do like the state of the game. More so than I did before, which was just basically the reason Korea wasn't a part of Worlds really was because it was just 5-man fiesta the whole time, and whoever got the early game advantage had a very high likelihood of winning. We did see comebacks, but it was just a very volatile game state, especially in the early game.
you can still get advantages if you 5-man stack on a bottom lane, but you're not going to be able to necessarily crush the turret. You're just going to get a little extra gold from knocking down some of those plates. So I completely agree that it's slowing down the game state till about that 14-minute mark. But the other thing is that with the minions getting buffed in health and damage and being able to shove the now squishier turrets after that 14-minute mark down, still keeps the game on a shorter side as we see an engage a little bit onto the Rakan. But it's going to be Xayah versus the Vayne. She's knocked up. Nice re-engage from Cody J. Barker, and Vixen's already slowed down. Can, not feeling so woo on the top side of the map, get out of that ultimate from the Victor. No, he will not. On the bottom side, it's another knock-up onto Rakan. Ignited as well. Double kill for Cosmic Xayah. Wants revenge from the earlier ganks. Catenator moves to the bottom side, doing what he can as he saw his jungler already dead. Alistar just headbutts the Ezreal away, says, no can do. Let this Vayne get away. Even though Alistar is now worth a nice 450 gold bounty. Catenator, wait, still wants to go back in on this. Raffle uses a bit of damage. And nice moves by Catenator. The Ignite ticks the Xayah down just enough that the last Q comes through and finishes the kill.
Yeah, no, Catenator still had ultimate, I believe, in that. No, he didn't. Wow, he was posturing forward like he was going to do something. I figured he had the ultimate, which is a very strong piece of Ezreal's kit. But no, that was just really brave to be that far forward. But well played from him. Vayne stepping a little too far forward, a little greedy, not respecting the Q, ends up trading his life over. And a fairly large advantage. He will get back to lane in time to catch this wave. Had he died just a little bit later, he would have missed this wave, and that would have been a severe disadvantage for him.
Once again, swings both ways. He's down in mana, but you can see, even with a couple of levels, he's able to keep his health much higher and hasn't died. One of those things that's very necessary when playing against a Yasuo. Don't let him get snowballing, because it's going to be a lot easier for him to carry a game as we see an engage on that bottom side. Camille getting the stun immediately into the knockup. Arcing Vixen's got a sliver of health. Can she escape? She's got no ultimate. There's no way she's getting out of this one. Rakan's got the shield, but it's still not enough. Rayleigh picks up the kill and gets out from the turret before that last turret shot finishes her off. Rakan able to survive by using his flash to get to safety, but still, the pressure from E-Turner continues to ramp up as Intra is trying to burn down Catenator in the mid lane with the ultimate. Last little bit of damage takes him out, and it is a 7-3 kill game.
Rayleigh has been on point in these games. I mentioned it a little bit before, but his gank pathing has been very heads up. He hasn't just been random where he just happens to show up in a lane that happens to be gankable. The kill he got off in the mid lane on Cat was completely calculated because he had burned the flash earlier. And then, I mean, why would you gank an Ezreal as really anyone, even Camille, when you don't have ultimate up? Ezreal had, or Catenator had exhausted his mana, so at that point, Deceased Seal is just autoing the turret. He's like, you can't kill me with no mana.
Well, that's one of the things is if you're winning the lane, you can do this sort of thing where you're just farming the turret for gold. This is something I was discussing today on Discord a little bit, was, you know, different ideas and pathing for funnel comps around the turret plate, where you are able to just kind of farm gold off of that. It's 160 gold every time you take one of those plates down. As we see another gank on the bottom side, Rayleigh knows the button to press. Cody J gonna be harassed down under half, should be going down. Raffle steps forward to get the last auto. The flash from Cosmic Xayah. Ooh, Arcane Vixen flashing in response. Still has the ultimate available. Rayleigh almost going underneath the turret, trying to make another engage happen. Decides to pull it off, not wanting to 1v1 the Xayah underneath the turret, especially now that Xayah is level 6. Here. Catenator comes to the top side. Nice wind wall from Deceased Seal. Sarps it a little bit, but not feeling on the Xin Zhao. Could get this slow. That should be enough. Ult goes the wrong way. Deceased Seal trying to finish off, swings both ways. He's got minions. He could walk right through the turret. He's going to use the minions to dash away as you see a fight on the bottom side. Xayah finally using the ultimate, but she can't recall the feathers in time. The Zonius protects the Alistar.
Intra's here.
No way.
He can kill Cat.
It is the broken stopwatch that keeps him alive. Intra finds the kill onto Catenator, using that ultimate to burn down the Xin Zhao as well. He's got the shield from the ultimate, keeping him alive for now. He's able to get underneath the turret for the moment, but Intra still flashes forward to finish him off in the bottom lane. Alistar sacrifices his own life for the Rakan, and holy moly, this game went from about a 4 to a 10 in just under 3 minutes. 12 kills to 4. E-Turner has just put the pressure on.
Yeah, that top lane play right there, real heads up from Seal. Got ganked by 3 members and turned it completely around. Wonderful roam from Intra coming up to the top lane. He sees that there are 2 members this way. There's no way he's going to get out, so dashes through the Ezreal, then dashes through the final minion, gets in range, forces the flash out of Maokai, and then as the wave crashes, uses the aggro to walk through tower range and hit the incoming minion wave to get himself away. And then Intra manages to pick up 2 kills off the backside when they try and chase further.
This is why Seal is such a disgusting player and someone to keep your eyes on if he's ever getting into games. Honestly, to me, he's a target for the Player of the Month stuff that I want to do coming January of next year. I want to start really highlighting certain players and calling them out for some of the amazing stuff they can do, and Seal is one of those candidates at the moment. At this point, though, the side of CCC needs to be really safe because they have given over a lot of kills. It's a 6,000 gold lead that E-Turner has been able to pick up, and it doesn't look like they're going to stop anytime soon as they're now moving on to the Rift Herald, or at least we're edging that direction.
Yeah, and the scary thing is that usually when you're seeing a Maokai on the other team, you're counting on late game tankiness, but with his Fed, like Vayne with 2 kills and 5 assists, that's a lot of gold on that champion.
Xin Zhao, can he escape? I don't think so. Uses the ultimate, so he's going to be able to escape a couple of the AoEs. It gets out for the moment. Intra, forcing the flash out of Catinator, throws the ultimate. Arcane
Barrage.
He's got so many arcanes. Arcane Shift, Arcane Barrage, not going to tag the Victor. I do like the change to it. It doesn't do quite as much to jungle monsters, but does full damage to every champion that it hits.
True Shot Barrage, by the way.
Big fan of that. True Shot Barrage, there you go. Correcting me, second time over. This is why you're the analyst, and I'm just the play-by-play who talks really loudly. Rayla continuing to get a little pressure on that mid lane, goes back to the jungle.
Yeah, did you see that burst damage coming through from just the WQ combo from Catinator? And that's with barely any AP. Hold on, Cosmic Xayah getting caught out in the river here. Pops the ultimate.
Yeah, I don't know that it'll be enough. Double knock-up, 1 from the Xin Zhao, 1 from the Rakan, and that's going to be Xayah giving their own life over. And they could turn on to the Windrake, but one of those things as support, it's just really bad timing at the same time as Xin Zhao's coming out of the base. Perfect position to just hop right on in and start that engage. Really hard to predict.
Cody J's been on point on this Rakan, though. Couple of really big plays, even despite being behind.
However, Raffle trying to make a play here.
1v2 might not be enough. It's a 2v2 as Rayla joins the fight, flashes forward to avoid the snare from the Xayah, and that's going to be the ultimate. Hex ultimate of guaranteeing 1 hook shot, not necessary for the second. Double kill to Raffle, and honestly, that's far more valuable than 2 more kills on Camille, even though she's already at 3-0-6. Oh! True shot barrage, sniped as Catinator comes to the bottom lane and says, all right, you got some gold. I'm going to shut you down. I'll take that gold myself.
Wow. That, wow. I don't know if Catinator's just a savant and actually hit that.
Oh, wait, he dashes underneath the turret, but the turret is shooting Cosmic Xayah. So Raylick finds the stun with a nice hook shot off of the turret. And yeah, Catinator thought he could maybe make a fancy play, but wasn't going to be able to do much. And the bottom lane turret down. Now that we are past that 14-minute mark, the plates are down. Towers are a lot squishier. This is where you're probably going to see the Seal do what he does best and dive underneath the turret. Or just take the turret. You know, why not?
He's diving the turret, but he's actually diving the turret.
He's not even worried about the Maokai. Now with Intra joining, he says, I'll take the turret and I'll dash through the minions, pick myself up my first kill of the game. I think he even made a mention in the chat as well that it's so boring to play against a safe champion like Maokai because he ends up playing more against the turret than the champion itself.
No, his words were, I can't get MVP against a boring safe champ like Maokai. Seal just assuming he's going to get MVP even though he's not playing ADC. Presumptuous.
I mean, he normally plays top lane, so I would be... Oh, ADC bias. You know,
Yes.
sometimes, even with a huge cup of coffee, you're still a little slow. 16 kills to 6. 10,000 gold lead for Team E Turner. And they're about to turn up the heat. They picked up the Rift Herald. There's still a Wind Drake on the map. Keep in mind, first Drake of the game is going to give you that extra bonus as well. So if you want to pick up even more movement speed, it's a nice one to grab. They don't need it, though, as they're all going to be grouping in the jungle. Maybe finding out the Xin Zhao Alistar headbutt actually might have saved him, as he's going to find a slow onto the Vayne, but it's not going to be enough.
No.
Finds a knockup on Yasuo, says nope, and just immediately leaves.
Yeah. That was really, really dead. Hold on.
3-man
Rayleigh
dive.
going in.
Nice ultimate from Arcane Vixen, able to get out of safety for the moment, but Cosmic Xayah still goes in, finds the double knockup, doesn't even worry about being snared. Catanir trying to poke. They're between turrets, but they've got a minion wave that's now crashing onto that second tier turret, so they're going to be able to chunk it up. Nice wind wall avoids some of the damage of that True Shot barrage. They pick up their second tier turret, and now can decide where on the map they want to put pressure next, because they are just so far ahead in this game.
And it completely saved that push. True Shot Barrage not having its damage reduced as it passes through minions means it actually can wave clear a lot better than it used to be able to. So definitely a good option there to throw it at the wave in order to try and save that tower with the bonus resists. But Deceased Seal heads up play manages to block it out with the wind wall, saving their push and getting his team a little bit more of an advantage. It's the little micro plays that make a big difference. Anyway.
Wind wall shouldn't block ults. Commander C, that's what makes the wind wall amazing, though. That's what makes it fantastic. There's just so many things that are really surprising that he can block with it. And I don't know, I've played a little bit of Yasuo when the Odyssey event was going on. He's not an easy champion to play. I'll say that. Even just mashing keys, he's not an easy champion to play. And there's some proficiency that goes into it.
He's absolutely easy to play. He's not easy to play well, but that doesn't stop the people in my bronze 5 games. As
Swings Both Ways is going to be taken out well in the top lane. Cleaned up, I think that was, 2 ultimates used. There we go, yeah. Seal and Intra both using ultimates to make sure that he goes down. Top lane second tier turret going to be grabbed as the Rift Herald spawned in the mid lane. This game is pretty much all
for Baron.
Foregone conclusion, as Shelly may actually only get 1 slam down onto that second tier turret in the mid lane. Doesn't matter because the Baron is in the eyes of E Turner.
Yeah, that's a classic ploy right there. Drop the Rift Herald in a disadvantageous spot. Draw attention. Catnator getting caught out right there, but the team has their eyes on Baron.
Oh, nice headbutt. Completely stops the engage, as well as a knockup onto Cody J. He's not able to do anything. The flash forward from Xin Zhao to try to steal away the Baron. He's going to go down. Arcane Vixen in trouble. She's going to fall. Cody J going to be the next one on the list as Intra chases him forward. Catnator in trouble. Tries to Arcane shift his safety, but there is a Vayne on his tail. Victor cleans up a double kill onto the Rakan, and Rayleigh says, you know what, we're this far ahead, we've already gotten 4, let's dive the Maokai underneath 2 turrets, why not? Complete ace as this team just steamrolls CCC, and E Turner can probably just finish off the game at this point.
Yeah, this is definitely a game-winning push. They've got Baron, they've got the advantage, they've got the ace, and they could... Oh, they're not going for it, never mind.
Well, if they could win it if they wanted to. I think they're just that far ahead. I mean, they've got a 6-0 Camille, a 9-0 Victor, but they want to play with their food. Rayleigh hinting at getting the bottom lane inhibitor. Intra and Xayah joining him. It's weird. You got Arcane Vixen playing Xayah on blue side, but then you've got Cosmic Xayah playing Alistar on red side. These names don't make anything confusing ever.
Nope, not at all. So let's see what Red Team ends up doing with this Baron buff right here. No other objectives coming up right now. The allied blue buff is on the map, but really nothing else of note to pick up. So I'm anticipating them sending Seal bot lane and then 4-manning top, putting a lot of pressure onto that top lane turret, and then Seal could go top and 4 could go bottom. just seems a lot easier for Seal.
Oh, nice wind wall from Seal, but he still finds a tornado onto Catenator. That's the last breath ultimate as well. Auto attacks him down. He's against 2. He gets the double man tornado knockup. Not going to be enough. Zinzao barely able to walk away. Maokai getting a huge amount of shutdown gold. If you look at that shutdown gold on the Camille and Intra on the Victor, both worth 1,000 as well. A lot of gold back into the hands of CCC if they're able to find these kills. They've got the snare onto the Victor, but everyone else leaves and swing both ways. Is left to his own demise. It's a Meowkai going to be meowing as he falls down. Not feeling so woo, going to fall as well. 3 people are down. Only the Lovers duo left alive. And Arcane Vixen doesn't last long against this massively fed Victor. The game now easily in the hands of E. Turner. CCC doing what he can to hold on Catenator, just shooting out a couple of shots from the fountain itself. Alistar wants to take it up, giving Intra another kill over, baiting Cody J out, but he's able to hop back to the Ezreal in time, dodging a lot of these attacks coming through. They're playing on the edge of the fountain, letting the Baron up. Super minions destroy the Nexus, and they will take it down. No problem whatsoever. Pad the stats a little bit, or at least attempt to, because it's actually pretty good from Cody J staying alive on that fountain.
Yeah, Cody J managed to actually. They took some of the stuffing out of those stats. Alistair going down, and I believe another member of the team also died in that attempt, trying to kill the people on the fountain. All right. Let's do MVPs, honorable mentions, and shoutouts as soon as my client loads. Any day now.
Any day now. That's fine. I can talk to the chat for just a second and let Brittany know that she's good. I will write her down for game number 3. And then so Jay says I've got you down for game number 3 as well on those stream passes. And Catenator uses stream pass for game number 2. So.
All right. So, for the losing team, Team CCC, I'm going to give the honorable mention over... Catenator had 2 good roams, despite the fact that his lane got really fed. He did end up playing the map fairly well, but Cody J solidly getting this MVP, definitely deserving it. The 3-man knockup in the river comes to mind. There was an opportunity in the middle of a gank bot lane where he saved both himself and his ADC when they probably should have gone down. And there were a couple of other usages of the ultimate there. Anyway, everybody's like, no, I need MVP! Catenator, what do you want, Wraith? You to play better. I'm so sorry.
Me need MVP.
Alright. Yes, I did give it an MVP.
To support.
To support.
Not ADC biased, at least for the moment. It might get turned around as we switch over to E. Turner.
All right. So MVP, honorable mention, and shout out for E. Turner. Let's see. Honorable mention to Intra and MVP to Raylick. Intra played well with the advantage that he had, especially that one roam where shout out to Seal for that really nice staying alive play in the top lane where he got ganked by 3 members. And then Intra following up on that roam through the jungle to pick up 2 kills for himself. Played very well from ahead, but Raylick with the gank timings, man.
Yeah.
He managed to pick off like the level 1 blowing the flash of Catenator and then revisiting that lane when Cat had blown all of his mana and didn't have access to Arcane Shift even though he was level 5. So intelligent heads up play. Not a lot of players pay enough attention to that. And then just re-ganking bot lane over and over and over again after the sums were down, getting an advantage for the Vayne, which would have been our late game win condition in if Swings Both Ways had gotten retardedly tanky, as Maokai has a tendency to do. So, ganking both carry lanes, getting really far ahead, and most importantly, denying the MVP from Seal. So, all right.
Hey, I don't know if you know this or not, Wraith, but I'm gonna actually do a top MVP code in the chat. Do you look? Catinator, Dive, and Xeno all are tied at 10 MVPs each. So, and the thing is that all of the MVPs and honorable mentions are gonna reset come January 1st. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna give a gift to the top place MVP and the top place honorable mention at the end of the year as kind of a Christmas gift. So these honorable mentions and MVPs do actually count a little bit in the place of Xeno, Dive, and Catinator. So keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Okay, guys, we're going to take a very quick break and then get into game number 2. We got a lot of people that are ready to play. Excited to see you all. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back hanging out in chat while I set up game number 2.